It's planting time.
Woohoo! We're about to get some seeds in the ground. What are we planting today, Chris?
Peas.
Sounds good to me. I can't wait to have some sweet peas. Start with that. I can always come back for more if I need it. Hi everyone, I'm not a farm girl. We're so excited to be getting our seeds in the ground. Woo!
Yeah,
finally.
They're going in today, finally.
All
We're a
right.
little late, but better late than never.
Our first row. We're gonna do a row at a time and just go from there.
So Lorella's shoveling dirt into our little wheelbarrow, and when I say little, it's little.
But it's good for me because by the time it's full of dirt, it's getting heavy for me. So it's a good size, especially for short jobs or short distances like we're going right now.
Yeah.
And we started our rows at the far end away from the soil on purpose. We will work closer and closer and closer to this soil, and then that way if we run out and they need to bring another load, they still have room here to put it, as opposed to trying to carry around plants that are already growing and being planted.
There you go, that's smart.
Okay, so you can see Chris is doing a little work breaking up some of these dirt clods for me. We did not buy the screened soil, so it is a little bit clumpy. We, however, did get a soil report from the company, which we will share with you at the end of this video. Now what I'm going to do while he's working on that is I've got some organic compost here, and I'm going to just come and basically pour it along the top and let Chris mix it in with the shovel. That's the next step. We've only put dirt on one side of this panel because I'm going to plant out this row of peas this week. In a week or two following, I'm going to come on the other side and we'll do another row and we'll move dirt then, minimizing the aches on our back and keeping the unplanted dirt soil covered in the meanwhile to prevent erosion.
Alright, so Lorella's pouring on the compost, and you know, I took exception to her assumption that I was going to be the one mixing it.
Oh, does that mean I'm about to get a turn at the shovel?
That means I think this half of the thing is yours.
Okay. I just thought while you were breaking up clods it would naturally get mixed in a bit. Alright, I don't want to get it too hot, so I guess that bucket worth is just about right for this.
There we go. That'll be good.
Alright. Okay, at Chris's suggestion, before I try and make a little trench to plant in, I'm going to wet the soil a little bit because when I tried to trench, the dirt just kept falling back in on itself. Hopefully if it's a little wet, it'll stick kind of, and I'll have a better and easier time making the planting trench.
I think they call that a furrow.
A furrow?
But I don't know, I'm not a gardener.
Well, I'm a rather new one myself. Alright, let's see if that does any better this time. We should have shown what it did before. Yeah, that's going to do a little better, I think. Don't you think?
Yep. A little bit deeper, I think.
Said 1 to 2 inches.
You know how long 2 inches is? Your entire pinky. Alright.
Okay. When we shoveled up the dirt, some of the hay, straw, and debris that was in the garden, and by debris I mean organic material, came with the soil. Again, I'm not worried about that. It's just going to feed the soil. It'll break down. It'll actually make the soil better. If it was a lettuce or something like that, might have a little bit of concern, but not probably too much anyway. This is our fertilizer base mix, and I'm just going to kind of lightly put it in along the trench where the peas are. I have been watching videos about how to plant and grow peas, and saw several that put compost or fertilizer directly in with the pea seed. So that's what I'm going to do. Boy, I estimated that just about right. Look at that.
Perfect pour.
All right. This is Laxton's Progress number 9. It's a traditional shelling garden pea. I'm looking forward to eating a lot of sweet peas this summer and hopefully having enough left over to freeze or can for winter. Girls, you stay out of my garden. Sir, what's that right there? What's that right here?
It's the one you didn't get buried 2 inches deep.
Just gonna stick it down in there. All right, you think the soil's wet enough?
I'll give it another little dose.
Okay, doke. Out of here. Did she actually get one?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was fast. We gotta go get that fencing. We're not done until that fence is up. At least just right around here. We don't have to do the whole...
Well, that one was sitting out on the ground.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, you scared me. I thought she dug it up.
No, she didn't dig it up.
I was like, what? Although I've heard rodents have been known to dig up seeds. All right, let's go. Let's go take down that fence and move it back down here now that they know where their house is. Hi everyone, I'm back in the garden again today, and I'm hoping to get some onion sets and some spinach planted, but first I got to build a bed. So I marked out my spacing using step-in posts, and the string is a guide to show me about where 8 inches deep is. I better get to filling this thing up. Alright, so I have my first 10-foot-ish by 30-inch-ish by about 6 or 8 inches tall-ish bed built. It's roughly those dimensions. This soil is kind of clay. There's some of these clods in it. I'll just break it up as I go along. I'm now getting ready to plant half of it in onions, and I have 2 different kinds, red onions and sweet yellow onions, and the other half of it in spinach. And I'm losing daylight, so I'm gonna get going. I'm doing onion sets. After watching a bunch of videos, I realized I probably would have been better off going with onion bunches, but I'm gonna go with what I have. And that's it. I added some compost and fertilizer to the soil, and I watered it down, and I think we're good to go. We ordered our soil from a local company called Cedar Gap Topsoil, And when they delivered it, we ordered the garden ready soil. And when it was delivered, it came with this sheet of paper. On the front, it has a planting guide for local planting dates. And on the back, it has a soil test. And the soil test was done by the local university extension. And it includes the amounts of pH, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and organic matter. It also lists fertilizer and limestone recommendations. And it also tells you for what kind of crop you're planting, recommendations that you might add to it. So I think this is really helpful, and I've been looking at this as we go along and as we plant. Guys, look at that! Do you see what I see? Earthworm! Yeah, baby! Get to work, little earthworm! Lots of worm castings, lots of babies, okay? Thank you for helping us build our garden.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Aren't they unisex?
Yes, you go. There you go. You got the trick question.
These are the early wonder beet seeds, and they look pretty similar to the spinach seeds, except they have a little black core. Not quite as rocky looking, but they're dry and pokey. Not symmetrical, not similar in shape. I think that's it for beets and onions. Now I'm going to go over to the first row of peas that we planted, and I'm going to add radishes at the bottom of the base of the pea plants. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm really pleased with the way the garden is coming along, and as we continue planting stuff, we'll be sure and take you along for the adventure.
We got our potatoes, onions, radishes,
spinach,
peas. Yeah. Very productive day.
Something else, beets.
Right on.
Yeah, so thank you for watching. Make sure to comment, thumbs up or thumbs down, either one. Tell us
we know you're out there. As long as you're watching.
That's right. Tell us what you like or don't like. Give us advice and ways we can do this easier or better. We always are looking for suggestions.
All right, y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time the rooster crows.